Alright guys, I won't be too long today on the talking. I'll try my best anyway. I've got plenty of work to do here. I just want to provoke something in whoever's listening out there. There's just been a lot of serious issues we're going to be coming across that I'm noticing. Not with the business, obviously, I'm talking about just in life in general. And to do with COVID especially. The mask wearing, the mandatory vaccines that people have to do for work, and things that have led me to do even further research on it all, and the law actually regarding all of this and what's actually superseding the other. And through fear, like I spoke about previously this week, making decisions based on fear, it was hinting to this because it really is such a big change that we're all going to go through. And it's good to be looking after your fellow man. It's good to have that compassion and empathy for people, but at the same time it's got to work both ways. So in my opinion, all this actual bullshit to do with this virus, we've never acted this way in the past. We've never made these mandatory lockdowns, mandatory vaccines in regards to something as trivial as, don't want to say trivial because there are people that have lost their lives, but it's like there's worse things out there in my opinion, and we still can't figure that out. We're humans. We're not bloody this mystic being that can fix everything just because we want to. It doesn't work anything like that in any way whatsoever. I'm not sure where this video is going to turn and twist, and if you've listened to something about rants that I've had before in the past, there's a lot of research that I've done. I don't just come out and this is my opinion and this is why, because I say so. It's researching thoroughly on the internet. It's researching through podcasts. It's listening to different opinions, and all of them have the consensus of similar beliefs to me, but then there's other things I don't agree with. And it's apply it to yourself and your family situation. But for my little boy to be freaking out because people are out in public in masks and you feel like you're doing wrong because you don't want to wear one. And of course I've had to, simply for the business. Commercial properties require it, and I'm not going to forego that money just because I'm stubborn and don't want to wear a mask. That's just silly. But for the fact is, as much as I can be there for my kids to show them that you don't actually have to conform when it's not law and when it's not enforced. And like they're bringing in the army in some places and they're forcing people to take these vaccinations. And that's against the law. And law is above all of them. It's above government, it's above the army, it's above everything. And people want to shut that down. They don't want to listen to that side of it. They go, oh, you just want to do the right thing. The right thing by who? If people are sick in general terms, if there was a zombie apocalypse, you'd quarantine them. You wouldn't go through your life like this. It just does not make sense. And it doesn't surprise me, the reaction that people get, the programming that they're just constantly watching the television. And we don't, besides the football the other night, that's as much as I watch of television. Even on that, the ads that they're putting, do the right thing, get your shot, do this, just driving that message home to people. And there's no evidence to substantiate them claims to say that it's going to be a benefit. If anything, there's been more now coming out. There's more deaths from the vaccinations than there is of freaking COVID. Like, what part in people's mind do they just not see the facts? And that's what annoys me the most. I see the facts, I make a decision based on that in any regard in my life. This is not human nature. This is not the way we're meant to live our life. What are we going to do every time this happens? Shut down the economy, shut down the world. And if we want to do it, and like I said from the start, I'll happily forgo money. I'll happily just do a barter system, but the world won't do that. There's too much power, money, mower. It's there's too much of that, and people are too selfish. When it comes down to it, people are just selfish and self-absorbed, and they want to help the fellow man, but really they just want to help themselves. That's all it comes down to. They're just scared, and they're making a decision based on that fear. Fair enough, you've got immune issues. Fair enough, you've got all these things that you could be affected. That's unfortunate, but again, that's my view on it. I've got my own issues. I've got a heart condition. I've got everything, all these things that they say you're at risk if you have this, if you have that. Like, you're at risk just by being alive. That's life. Life is a risk. Business is a risk. this mentality that people are taking on it, again, it doesn't surprise me. It upsets me to know that this is the majority of people out there. And it doesn't matter who it is, it's family, it's friends, it's whoever. They don't want to listen to your opinion, and that's fine. I don't need to hear yours either. I don't need to be force-fed what you're just regurgitating, and you haven't done any other research. You've just heard it because the news person said so, therefore you're an expert on it. That doesn't mean that I'm an expert by any regard, by the research that I've done on it. It just means that I'm at least educated and can make an educated choice and decision. And that's all I ask you guys to do. From this video, if anything you get from it, just think for yourself. When it comes to your business, run it how you want to run it. It comes to your life. Live your life how you want. There's going to be people you disappoint. There's going to be people you upset. But as long as you know in your heart you're doing the right thing, that's all that matters. Going forward, with all this crap to do with COVID, hopefully all of it, again, there's so much you can listen to. But once they hit a certain majority, that's it. It's done. They've achieved what they wanted to achieve. Move on. You can go into every conspiracy theory out there, but I just prefer to see the facts, and the facts are that it's my choice. I want to live my life. That should be everyone's choice. That's the point of all these laws that we've got, to have this freedom of choice. And they're taking that away. And bit by bit, they're taking it away even more. Cryptocurrencies, it's all a great thing, but then now they're bringing in the Fed to that crypto currency world. They're going to bring, that's the direction the whole world will go. They're going to track everything. There's going to be no cash. There's going to be nothing like that. It'll all be digitalized. We'll all be living through a digital world. And even putting out this in the future, it already does. It gets blocked and banned from YouTube, from whatever, from Facebook. They've banned so many of them on different posts, and I've just stopped doing it anyway because people don't really read it. They don't want to see it. They prefer to just take the word of the media, the general mainstream media, and that's it. They do their little research and they can see that, yep, it means something. It means nothing. Once you realise that life is a risk and you take that view on it, you don't have to be a negative Nancy or a downer on the situation. It's just facts. That's life. And if we were that worried about it, like, we wouldn't be here. If we couldn't evolve, the virus is going to keep mutating. We're never going to keep up with it. Never will we be able to out-evolve all these viruses. It's a natural order of things to try and contain the world's population. There's too much happening. And then now this is sort of an unnatural thing where they're trying to control it. So you can take any view you want. And again, conspiracy theory or not, these are just the facts that I'm seeing, and it's just joining the dots. That's all it is. Just in anything, when you're doing your research, just join them dots, think about it logically, with a level head, go into it, not with any other motive. I wish I was wrong, and I don't believe with everything I'm seeing and everything that's been done in the past, like the schooling system, that's just creating a system. That's all it is. It's not a life. They're creating a system, and it's systematic in its ways, and it's fear-based. Everyone's too scared to venture out, too scared to leave their job because they get all their perks and benefits. It's all bullshit. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for listening, and see what footage I can get. Big afternoon. Let's go get it. See you guys. Thanks for listening again. Bye-bye.